The Switch 2 situation is crazy, isn't it?
Situation is insane.
It is insane. Massively insane.
In all caps.
In all caps, red text.
Red text with an arrow.
That's going to be the thumbnail. I wanted to talk about the Switch 2. What's it, like basically a year in? We're kind of in May, essentially. Next month will be the one.
There.
Well, it's basically we're the 1 year anniversary. The only game we have yet to play is the Yoshi book game. And I think that'll basically be the first year wrapped up. And overall, I suppose, let's get some general thoughts out there from the chat and yourself. What do you make of it? How have you found it so far?
You know, it's kind of interesting because I actually I'm looking at this post that you sent me that kind of shows like the year one launch for from GameCube up to Switch 2, and I always thought something was a little bit weird about the Switch 2 games. Like I think what we've gotten has been really great. There's been a lot of really surprising games that come out in year one, like Kirby Air Riders is like you would think that'd be like way later in the year, like that would be like year 3, year 4 or something. And I realized is like Nintendo hasn't really launched any of their big hitters outside of just Mario Kart and I guess Donkey Kong too, but I think most people don't consider that like a huge hitter. This just feels like it's a great lineup, but it doesn't really feel like Nintendo has put out any of their big games, whereas you look at any of the other ones, like GameCube had Sunshine, we had Twilight Princess, like Wii U had New Soup U, Switch had Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. So I guess like Mario Kart World kind of counts as a substitute, but I think it just had so many like weird issues at launch that a lot of people weren't a fan of. I think a lot of people are still waiting for like the big hitter, I guess, which isn't really a big deal. But overall, I liked the library. I think it's been pretty good. It's been
a strange time because I think it was one of those things where, oddly enough, I've been very happy with the Switch 2, like very, very happy. I think this is the first time where, ironically enough, I don't know if this is the same for you. This is the first time I've bought a console day one. I've never been able to do that because I never grew up like relatively rich in the slightest, so it was always like a 1 to 2 year wait. And even the Switch, I wasn't really, I had enough money when the Switch came out to buy a Switch, but I just never did. I just wasn't really interested. And then I met my fiance, and then at the time a girlfriend, and she was like, I've been playing this game called Splatoon 2. And I'm like, I got that too, I guess. Quickly ran to the shop and bought a Switch 2.
You know, a Switch 1 was my first day one purchase as well. Because even like the Wii U, like I did YouTube during the Wii U era, but I didn't have one at launch. I didn't get one until like a year after or something.
So I was going to ask, like, how does this launch? Because obviously you said that it's a bit weird, like the games wise, but how have you felt personally? Like when you see all these games, you remember how you feel when you first played these consoles? Like how would it stack up, would you say? How are you feeling about this?
Like compared to the other ones, I guess?
Yeah.
I would say like really the only ones I'm like super impressed with from the first year is Donkey Kong Bonanza and PogPlayz. And I do think parts of Mario Kart World as well, although I just feel like they really dropped the ball on the online. But the actual game is still incredibly fun. And then everything else is like solid, but it's also like a lot of DLC. So like Mario Party, you know, we got Jamboree TV, then you have Beat Up in Belleville Park, you have the Starcross World with Kirby. So it's like a good chunk of it isn't really new games per se.
Yeah, that's the interesting, because like I'm very happy with my Switch 2. I don't know if you like agree or disagree. I'm very happy with my Switch 2. But like when I saw this image when I was doing a brief bit of research, I'm just like, yes, like, you know what? Did Nintendo Land have a point all along, Ben?
He was right. He was right.
Maybe perhaps I was too harsh. Because like I've been enjoying it, but I can definitely see if you're definitely like a core Nintendo fan, I can see you looking at this going like, what's happening here? Thankfully I'm not. Thankfully I've played Metroid. But I can definitely see you going like, what the hell is happening here? But I think overall my thoughts on it aren't really too soured, because I'm really happy that the Switch 2 has like really gone a bit harder on third parties, because the Nintendo famously just hasn't really been that much of a third party machine, has it? It's never really had the same amount of parity. So even though the first party lineup is definitely not really that impressive when you put it this way, I think the only thing missing from this graphic is Tomodachi Life. And even then, like, it still doesn't look as impressive as the ones you have up here. Like, look at the GameCube, for example, right? We just mentioned Melee, and then you had Sunshine, and Metroid Prime, and Party 4 as well.
Even, like, the Switch, too. Like, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a Wii U game, but, like, they added a bunch of new content. Splatoon 2 was very huge. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, another really big game. And then, like, Mario Odyssey. Like, all of those in the first year is pretty insane.
It's crazy, isn't it? So I see this and I think, you know, I'm starting to get it, which I think leads me on to my next question. I think it's fair to say, I think we're about ready for a direct, you know? I think it's fair to say now. Because I know
it's been a while.
It has been a while. I know, because obviously it's fair to say I've been in the foreground of going up against all the people just going direct this, direct that, right? I've been in the forefront of saying, listen guys, you got to play games. You just got to play games. And while I still agree with that, I think we're at the point now where
I just played the game.
Yeah, we
played all of the games.
Yeah, I think I've played a good chunk of these games. I don't know what's happening for the second half of your year. Outside, I think the last game is what, like Rhythm Heaven Groove, which is early July?
That's July. And then Splatoon Raiders is July. And all we're waiting for is the Fire Emblem release date.
Yeah.
Which, that could be the June game.
So I think it's fair to say at this point, the average Nintendo fan who's like, what the hell is happening, is fair to feel that way. Which brings me on to, because obviously there's been a lot of theories about the Mario movie, right? Did the Mario movie have like an impact, do you think? How much of an impact do you think it really had?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but because I'm thinking back to like when the first Mario movie came out, and they dropped a ton of Mario games right after that. It was Mario Bros. Wonder. We didn't even know about that until I think June of 23, and then they released it in like September or something, or October. And then right after that, it was Mario RPG, the remake, and then it was a Thousand Year Door remake, and then it was Brothership. So they went all in on the Mario stuff, and we might see that once this movie is kind of passed. And it's getting close. I think it's going to streaming, I think, like next week or something.
Oh, okay.
So on it, we might see that again. So just out of nowhere in June, we'll get the direct, and here's like 50 Mario games.
Oh, that good jazz, huh? But yeah, I think for me, I could definitely see the theory behind the movie kind of like stole a spot, because that's the theory. I thought they stole a spot from our general direct. I could definitely understand why Nintendo's like big movie, like sequel, should we say? It's not debut, a big sequel. They wanted to kind of like clear the schedule somewhat. I could definitely see that, but I don't think it had so much of an impact where they just didn't want to like do a direct. I think it's a case where Nintendo feels like, to me, they're kind of changing their strategy, right? They got the Nintendo Today app.
That's the thing. Like, they're really pushing that. And like, also, they can coast now. Like, this is something I think a lot of people, especially those of us that like were really invested in the Switch 1 era, it was that we really got super spoiled with the amount of games we were getting throughout the entire generation after what happened with the Wii U. Like, Nintendo did not want to go through that again. So they were all in on the Switch. But now they don't have to do that. Like, they're way, way more successful than they've ever been. They can coast a little bit and really take their time with their games. So I think it's just something we might just have to get used to, with them only releasing their huge games every a few years. Especially with how long dev cycles have become as well. It's one of those things where even if Nintendo was in like dire straits, would that like burn the fire under their arse to make them release games? In this current game industry, probably not, right? Because that's the going theory, right? If it had like a 3DS type launch, we would have seen like 10 games already. It's like, the question is, would we have though? Would we? I think it might have made them panic to like make them announce more games early, but I still think it would have been like like they announced everything. Like the first year, they're like, "Hey guys, Smash Bros is coming 2 years or 2 or 3 years from now."
Yeah, so I don't think the pace would change. It's just they'd stop panicking and be like, "Guys, we have games. I swear we have games." So it's definitely a weird situation where they're kind of coasting, and I think that kind of pivots me to a question that I just thought of now. Actually, how would you say that's affected content creation in your sense, Bandy? Like, have you seen like obviously you're a big creator in your own right. I think you know a lot of these big creators. Like, has the attitude sort of changed? Have people like started to shift, or is there maybe been like some sort of collective understanding that this is what Nintendo is now, or people trying to pine for those days long gone? What do you think?
Well, here's the thing, like, the type of videos that I'm making now is like totally different to what I was doing when the Switch 1 came out, because back then I used to do like weekly videos, and kind of like what I would do is whenever a big Nintendo game would come out, I would do like a triggered video or a mind-blowing, right? That was kind of all I was doing. And if I was still doing that, I'd be struggling a lot, because I'd be like, oh crap, Nintendo's not releasing any like super exciting games that people really want to watch. So like for me personally, I'm not really that bothered by it, but I think those that are more reliant on new Nintendo releases are probably struggling a lot more in the space.
Yeah, because I've noticed that too, that like just uploading videos on like just like current stuff just isn't like people just there's just not as much interest, is it? Yeah, there's just not as much interest in it, which is fine. Obviously, if people want to watch, people want to watch, people don't, then they don't. But it just goes to show that there seems to be like not really that much. I'm speaking Nintendo Landonese right now. There's not that much like excitement around it, and right now I think it doesn't really bother me, but I think we could definitely use a bit of that. I think a new game could come out to like kind of make us all a bit more excited for something, you know. I think it's about that time. I'm getting hungry for one, Ben. I'm getting hungry for one, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Like now, I'm personally very excited for Splatoon Raiders. I'm a huge Splatoon fan, but like that's also a spin-off game, so it's like again. Really cool thing that they're doing, but we're still kind of, I know like a lot of their big audience is just like they're waiting for Mario Titans. They're waiting for Ocarina of Time remake.
Do you think Ocarina of Time remake is real, Bandy? Do you think that's real?
Okay, that one, I don't know. I don't see that one being, that would be because like they've already done it once.
Yeah.
Like they did it for the 3DS. It would be like if we got a rumor of that Mario 64 was getting a remake. Like, no, they already did a remake on the DS. I highly doubt we're going to get another one after that.
It's a question. I don't believe it because I'm just like, what would they even do?
I think like no matter what they did, they would just piss off people.
Yeah.
Because if it's too close to the original, people would complain, oh, it's just the same game. But if they strayed too far away from it, people would say it's too different. So like, there's not much they can do. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, I'm sure they could pick a direction, but you're never going to make anyone happy with that. You absolutely aren't. So I just don't think it will happen. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it will, but that still hasn't stopped a lot of people hyping that game up, which is fascinating to see from the outside.
I mean, there's only a couple scenarios. Actually, this one game I thought of was Donkey Kong Country Returns technically got 2 ports. It got the 3DS one and the Switch one like last year. So there's that, but I can't think of many other games beyond that.
It's definitely a rarity, you know? There's like precedent.
I guess Mario Galaxy, technically, right? On the Wii, the 3D All-Stars version, and now the Switch 2 one.
Yeah. I definitely think they ported those over to kind of coincide with the movie. I think that's more of like a movie tie-in sort of thing. I think they did. And I think we had All-Stars, so we always knew they were going to put Galaxy 2 eventually, and I think it just lined up perfectly, I'd say. So that kind of made sense.
Did you see the storybook pages that got added to Galaxy 2
I heard
yesterday?
that. I've not seen it, though. Have you seen what's in there? Is it quite exciting? Is it a big lore drop?
Not really. There's a couple of pages that I don't think it does, but it almost alludes to like Peach and Rosalina from kind of like the same idea from the movie. It's not. It's very, very vague though, so I don't know if it really connects. But yeah, I did check out the storybook. I thought that was kind of strange. And you also, it's weird to like actually unlock it. You have to like beat a star. And then you get sent to the engine room, and then you can look at the book. It's a little bit weird, but like, all right.
You just got to grab the quickest star you can get, really. I think as also Miyamoto said that he wants to keep that canon going forwards, which was just, it's just one of those, what the hell, Miyamoto, sure. Do you know,
I don't know why. Like, why bother? I don't understand. What is it going to add to the games?
I don't know why. But at this point, I feel like Miyamoto is just like, he's just there for the ride now. You know, he's done his stripes. He's made his legacy. Now he's just going on a bit of a victory lap, you know? And I think he's been that way for the last 10 years. Right? He woke up one day and was like, let's make Star Fox Zero. It's like, yeah, but that's probably going to suck though, right? Let's make Star Fox Zero.
Oh, well, who cares?
So now that's basically what he's doing. He just walks up and goes, hey guys, can I show up in a direct and wear a Pikmin shirt and like look all cool and shit? Like, oh, yes, Miyamoto-san, yes, Miyamoto-san.
You know what would make this Mario Wonder DLC really good?
What?
Add some Pikmin to a couple of the levels. Go crazy with that.
You know he knew that as well. Find my collectible Pikmin.
There's literally like, it's like 4 or 5 levels or something that has Pikmin added in to the Switch 2 version.
Wait, are you serious? That actually is a thing?
I'm serious. It is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a couple videos of people finding them all.
Wait, what? Is this Galaxy 1 and 2?
Oh no, Mario Bros. Wonder.
Oh, Mario Bros. Wonder. Oh, okay. I didn't see them. What?
Yep.
So we were just joking, but it's true?
It is.
All Pikmin locations. Oh my, yeah.
Oh, you see it. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Pikmin location. I'm seeing. Oh my god.
It's like, why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. It's so random.
So I think that's a perfect pivot into Nintendo just being Nintendo, isn't it? I want to talk to you as well because obviously you've been around this space for a while, right? So when people say Nintendo's been Nintendo, because to me it feels like the unpredictability is like off the charts right now, or is it just like business as normal?
No, recently it's been pretty weird. I mean, I'm still kind of surprised about the Virtual Boy thing. Getting
I forgot about that as well. Yeah,
I still can't. I have those still. I'm like, why did Nintendo do this? I don't understand.
And then was it? I don't think it was a Switch 2 or anything, but obviously Alamo is another one where it's like, what are we doing in Nintendo? So they've always just been on a bit of that weird kick, but it feels like it's just way. The Spotify thing for a limited time. You saw that, right?
Yes. Why a limited time? I don't get it.
I don't know what they're doing, man. They're so weird. They just it really does beg a belief, doesn't it? If any other company tried this, like they'd have gone out of business by now.
Nintendo they just do whatever the hell they want.
Honestly, and I think I love it for it, but we also hate them at the same time. So, Direct in June, I think, is a fair prediction, right?
Yeah, I mean, if there's not a Direct in June, I'm actually going to be like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah, okay.
Like, what do they have planned?
That's when I'm like, you know what, Landon, I apologize. Let's collab. Let's do like a big video. I want to get all the Nintendo YouTubers I know. Guys, we need to start we need to form a prayer circle.
The video title is just, I am sorry, you're sitting in a corner and it's dark and you're very sad.
Honestly. I mean,
I have made a grave error in my judgment. Nintendo Land was correct.
I'm going to make an apology style video. I'm going to do it. I want it the best apology video you've ever seen. I'm going to do it. If it gets to like July and there's no Direct, I'm like, what is happening here? Because we expect one if it's not in July, then I think Landon wins. You know what? Landon wins. I'm on his side now. So in June, if it does happen in June, when it happens in June, because I don't want to apologize. Please don't make me for a car. Because I was right. I was right all along. What do you think? Like, what are your predictions? Like predictions for what you think will realistically happen. What do you think? Do you think it will actually be Mario Titans this time? Do you think they actually will? Do you think they'll make us wait again?
I don't know. Oh my god, it's hard to say. The thing is like I have been predicting 3D Mario for the past 2 years, and it just hasn't happened. So I don't want to predict it again. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. They're gonna wait till 2027, I guess. But they very well could drop it. They could be like, hey guys, here's the 3D Mario. It's coming out October 26th, 2026.
It could be. That's the thing though. But like, if you had to pick a side, are you like now or are you like not now?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's not gonna happen this year.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
I just feel like they would have announced it by now. Like they would have showed something, but it's been literally nothing. Nothing about it.
Just can't trust them. I think they're gonna do it. I'm team. They're gonna do it. I think they are actually gonna drop it, or like I think they're at least gonna show a trailer. I don't know if it'll come out by the end of the year. They are gonna show a trailer this time. I think they have to.
I could see that. I mean, I would honestly say the odds of like Mario Kart World DLC is higher at this point.
You think so?
3D Mario.
I predicted Mario Kart World is like they're gonna ignore it for like 3 years and then randomly drop DLC. That's what I think they're gonna do for Mario Kart World. But do you think they're gonna do it this time? You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna at least announce it this year.
Okay.
I think it's time to do that. I mean, it's been out for like a year now. I don't know if interest is fading per se. Like people are still buying it like crazy, but. DLC, they really should do DLC a lot earlier. Like it just feels like they only did the booster course pass so late, just because the game was selling so well. They're like, well, we might as well take advantage of this. And
yeah, that's what that was. But they need to be a bit more proactive in this case. It really does. What makes me believe that they're going to do a Mario game is because we had the movie Wonder in 2023, so Galaxy movie, a new game in 2026 could also line up. It could do. They are good at like lining things up. So it would make sense lining up the same way they did Galaxy 1 and 2 with the Galaxy movie. It could line up pretty well in that sense.
It could line up, yeah. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be that surprised, but I'm just tired of predicting it, so I'm not going to.
I don't blame you.
I'm over it.
I don't blame you. But I think Nintendo, to some degree, do listen. In their own strange way, they do. And I think the way Metroid Prime 4 turns out is proof of that, because obviously they saw that Breath of the Wild was like, everyone loved that sort of thing, so they initially designed Metroid Prime 4 to be a bit more like that before realizing, okay, we couldn't. And that's why the game turned out the way it did. So, like, they do listen. So I do think they've, like, heard the cries. So I think if it's not going to come out by the end of this year, they'll definitely do, like, a little teaser and say 2027. I think they're definitely going to show it. That's my prediction.
I hope so. I just want to see Mario flying out in a cape. He's all ripped. It would be so sick.
I hope you know, Bandy. If it actually comes out, you're going to be the first person I call.
Dude, I'm going to be DMing Nintendo Land. I'm going to be like, yo!
Listen, I don't know how I'd feel. I'd be in shock. I'd be in absolute shock if it was Mario Titans. What do you think?
God, that'd be so funny.
It would be the funniest timeline. It really would. You're right on that one. But chat, I want your thoughts on this as well, chat. What's your wish list? What's like your? It's not going to happen, but boy, howdy do I wish. If you're asking me if I can go first, I would love another 99 game.
Ooh, which one?
I've always joked and said Ice Climber, but like one of those old like NES IPs would be so good. I'd just punch out. Some people say punch out. I would love another 99 game that really gets my go, because I'm still reading over the loss of Mario 35. I loved Mario 35, and unfortunately it took it from us. And Tetris 99, I love Tetris 99. It's just a shame I can't play it because everyone's still playing that game. It's too good, and I always get knocked out like 80th, and I don't like dying all the time, Bandy. It's kind of boring after a while.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think a new 99 game for me. That's like the top of my wish list, I'd say.
Honestly, I'd be pretty down with that. Or even, like, they could really pull something weird out of the hat. Like you brought up Punch-Out, even just, like, some sort of new Punch-Out game. Even if it's a small one, kind of like Rhythm Heaven's kind of a small game. That would be kind of cool to see. Yeah. Something like that would be kind of sick. What's the chat saying? New Donkey Kong Country game? I think it's too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
I think we'll definitely get a new one, but it's going to be a few years.
Yeah. What about someone said Nintendogs? Were you a Nintendogs guy?
Nintendogs? As a kid, I was. I actually loved it when I was really young. I played it for like a good year or so.
I came with my DS and I just never played it. Like I just didn't fuck with it. I don't know.
Well, I also had a dog as a kid, so I think I had like more attachment to a game like that. So yeah, I really like Nintendogs. I mean, it's kind of like boring now if you like go back to it. But, like at the time, it was honestly kind of a very innovative kind of game.
Yeah, like because I did play a bit of it, and I did do the bit where like obviously you name your dog and you say it into the mic to like get it to know you. And I thought that was quite revolutionary for the time, huh? Like talking into a microphone to like call your actual like virtual dog. Like, at the time, I thought that's kind of like quirk Nintendo gem. As opposed
to actually worked too.
Yeah, it actually worked really well. That's like Nintendo being quirk gem instead of like the virtual one, which is quirk slop, I'd say. So definitely quirk gem on that front.
Actually, another game that'd be kind of cool is Wario Land. I'd love to see a new Wario. It's been ages.
I fuck with that heavy. Wario Land would be so good right now, wouldn't it?
Have you ever played like Wario Land Shake It on the Wii?
I've not. No, I played the Wario Land inspired like indie games that have come out, so Pizza Tower and Anton Blast. Okay. I really enjoyed those. And I think I played Wario Land 2. That game was really fun. I've not played 4, nor I played Shake It. I definitely got to play those. They're definitely on the list.
Yeah, 4 is my favorite. That one it's literally just Pizza Tower. Like it's just the same thing.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later for me then.
Like Mario Land 4.
I got to try it then. What else have we seen? Yeah, 1-2 Switch's quirk slot. That'll be the next ranking we do next time. We'll do like what's Nintendo quirk gems versus quirk slot. Xenoblade 4. I'm not really much of a Xenoblade guy, so I'd kind of be a bit neutral on that, you know.
I tried Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii like 15 years ago or something, and after like 3 hours, I just could not get into it. Like, really? I don't know what it was. But this was a long, long time ago. So maybe if I went back to it, I'd like it. But yeah, I tried it a long time ago. I don't know. Wasn't really feeling it.
At least you tried it. That says more about you as a Nintendo fan than most. I'm talking about me because I've not played one yet, unfortunately. Okay. Definitely got... Someone said Smash Ultimate Fighter Pass 3. Are you going to be as angry as me if they do a Smash Ultimate Nintendo Switch 2 edition? I'm going to be fucking fuming, Bandy. I'll be so honest with you.
Yeah, prepare to get mad. Because that's 100% happening. It's happening.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to
me. I'm not even Nate the Hate. I'm just Nathaniel Bandy. I know the names are similar, but it's happening.
I saw Nate cross his arms once, and I was just like, I had to like rub my eyes, like, what the? Is that him? Is that Nathaniel?
Dude, that's when I locked in, and I told everyone, the Fighter Pass 3 is coming. There's going to be 5 characters, 10 stages, and there you go. That's Smash Bros. For the Switch 2. That's it.
I'd be so upset. 'Cause I want a new one. I think one of the best ways to mark a new console is a new Smash game. So it would just be so disappointing if the marquee Smash game is like just the same thing again. I'm tired of it.
What are they going to do?
I'm tired of it, man.
What are they going to do?
You're asking me. Ask Sakurai. He's one of the most genius devs on planet Earth. He'll come up with something, Bandy. He'll come up with something.
I don't think even he knows. He's probably like, I don't know. I did everything.
No, he needed Air Riders to like refresh his brain, and now he's back in the Smash mines. It works.
Well, he probably is working on Smash right now.
He is, and I really hope it's a new Smash. I hope so. I'm crossing my fingers extra hard now. What else have we got, chat? What else is on your wish list?
I think I've got one. Let's get a Mario sports game, but like something that we've never had before, like football or something like that.
American football? Ooh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, never had that before.
We haven't had that before. What would it be called? What do you think?
Because
we got like Mario Sluggers, Mario Strikers, Mario. Also like
Super Mario
Super
Mario Touchdown. Super Mario Touchdown.
Super Mario Touchdown. I don't know what
I think that kind of rolls off the tongue. I like that.
It does. Someone said Mario Archery Squash, Mario Hoops Return. Listen, we're both 3-on-3 kind of guys. 3-on-3.
I love 3-on-3. That's a good game.
That was a good game. I'd go with American football because I've never, obviously American football's just not that big here, but having watched it a bit, it seems interesting. I'd love to see what a Mario version of that could be.
I mean, I'm not really a football guy, but it is such a huge thing in America. I'm shocked they've never done it. Like, I know it's a Japanese company, but still, like, a lot of their market is in America.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've not given it a try. Yeah. Really surprised at that, honestly. What else have we got? Mario Sports Mix 2.
Oh my gosh.
Did you fuck with Mario Sports Mix on the way? Did you fuck with that one?
No, I don't. Okay, I don't understand. I made it was like a top 10 Mario sports games like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, why didn't you put Mario Sports Mix on there? And I played it, and like, it is the most generic sports game ever. Like, there's barely any Mario elements in that game. Sorry, I don't think it's that good.
Ooh, hot take, man. That's a hot one. I think the only one I really liked, actually, is the Dodgeball, like, in retrospect.
Dodgeball's cool.
Dodgeball's just good. Because I just like Dodgeball, so Dodgeball was great. Sports Mix was fun. Why do you hate Sports Mix? Oh, the comments aren't going to like this one, man.
That's right.
They're not going to like it. Why Bandy triggers you, Still never left you, Still never left you, eh? Well, I think it's suffice to say, I think they got a lot of, like, room to work with to, like, impress us. I think because, like, there's still so many, like, first-party games we've not seen yet that I think just seeing, I think, one of the big hitters along with, like, just a couple of other things, I think I'd be happy, right? I think you'd be happy with that too, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm like looking at this list again, and it kind of feels like a lot of these games, like the Mario Party, the 2 Kirbys, and even like Pokemon Legends EA, they're just kind of like buffers for what the next generation's actually going to be. Because obviously we're going to get a new 3D Kirby, we're going to get a new Mario Party, and Pokemon Winds and Waves is coming. So yeah, I think whatever we're in for, it's going to be a really good time. It's just going to take them a while. To get them done.
It's one of those things where, like, right now, how I'm feeling about the Switch 2, fantastic console. Like, Final Force is a fantastic console. I've really been enjoying my time with it so far. While the first-party offerings haven't been anything to, like, blow us out the water, I've very much enjoyed them. I put a Mario Galaxy 2 playthrough I did in, like, 2021 on my Vault channel. And I think even then I briefly talked about the Switch successor, and I literally just said if it's just a bigger Switch, that'd be perfect for me. I said it way back then.
That's what everyone wanted.
And literally everyone, so it wasn't even like a unique take. And having had one for a year now, I actually enjoy it. I love that the third parties, like, have near, like, the closest to parity we've had in a while on this console, and as long as they nail it with the next direct by giving us, I would say, one big game to unite the community and a couple of other smaller trinkets, I think we're in for a good console. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the next direct, we'll at least get our next Zelda, because they do those every year, without a doubt. I mean, it'll probably be a remake. I just don't know if it'll be Ocarina of Time. I think it's got to be, like, they're finally going to bring over Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, or maybe they do, like, the Oracle games.
Oracle
that would actually be kind of cool.
Brief sidebar, like, what Zelda game remake would you prefer? Because I even said when I went on the Zelda's podcast, I think Oracles would be really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, the Oracle games really need it, because, like, those games are genuinely really, really great, but it's really held back from the hardware, because the most annoying thing about playing those games, you constantly have to swap out your items, which is why I didn't really like playing Link's Awakening on, like, the Game Boy. But the Switch version, obviously, it fixes it. You have more buttons on the controller, makes the game way more playable. So I think, like, those 2 games would be great to see, or even, I would actually be very curious to see, like, Zelda 2 get a remake.
I was just you took a cool idea. I'm looking at the list real quick, and I was like, oh, like, Zelda 2 goes for something so different that, like, trying it would be great. Honestly, just trying to do something else with that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like, I love the idea of Zelda 2. It's just executed so horribly because it's such an old game. Like, it's too ambitious, I think, for what it was. Yeah, which is unfortunate. I think it tried at least something quite interesting. I'm just trying to quickly find a template of, like, all the main Zelda games. So then, like, we'll rank them based on, like, how interesting a remake would be, actually. Yeah. Link's Awakening we've obviously had, so we don't need that. Oracle games, where would you put the Oracle games? Like, I would throw them an S. Those really need them. And I really do think that people would appreciate them so much more if they were just a little bit easier to play with more buttons.
Yeah. There's something about those, like, Game Boy Zelda games that really, like, because I have the Zelda Game & Watch thing, and I tried to play Link's Awakening, but it's like I said, I think the issue of there's just too much to manage with one button. So, like, having a modern version of that would just be, like, fantastic, which I think pivots nicely into the other one, which is Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. What do you think of this one?
I mean, for me, that's probably also an S. I think that game has so much potential.
Here's the thing, though. Do you think the Zelda community would be happy with that? Because obviously now they're in the mood of, okay, we've had our Breath of the Wild style. Can we go back to a bit more of a traditional Zelda game? So remaking in this time where people are kind of pining for old Zelda style to come back and to give us the most different Zelda game. Do you like how well do you think that'd be received right now?
I think people will be really upset right now, but long term, it'd be a really solid game, I think.
Do you think it'll be like a 3D World syndrome? Because I remember like at the time 3D World when I played on the Wii, I'm like, no, I wanted like
they got really hated.
Yeah, I got really hated at the time. I remember that. But like, now, like 3D World's amazing. It's probably like I'd say like top 2 Mario games. Like, you kidding me? It's so good, so good. So
I remember like when 3D World came out, I felt like I was the only one that liked that game online.
I wouldn't be shocked if you were like one of few. Honestly, you were definitely in the minority, but now you're in the majority.
Yeah.
You liked it before it was cool. I think it's fair to say.
Exactly. I always thought it was a really good game.
We got Link Between Worlds, which I think doesn't need one, right?
Mean, that game is incredible. Probably my favorite traditional Zelda.
I've got it on my 3DS, my legitimate 3DS, and I need to give that a try. It's loaded on there, so I'm ready to play it whenever I need to.
It's so good.
I've heard such good things about it, honestly. Like, anyone who like, it's one of those games where, for me, I don't know about you, Bandy, the best type of game recommendation is one where I don't hear anyone talk about it, but when they do, they're like, it's just the best thing ever, must you have to. And that's what Link Between Worlds is. I think that's the best kind of game recommendation you can hope for, and that is like Link Between Worlds to a T. And so it just goes to show that I need to play it, right?
When it comes to Zelda, like for me, though, the 2 games where I tell everyone you have to play it is that one and like Minish Cap. Minish Cap is absolutely fantastic. Minish Cap is absolutely fantastic.
Speaking of,
oh, I think a remake would hurt it because the art style is it's aged so well. Like I think it's still one of the best looking pixelated games of all time. I absolutely love Minish Cap.
Really? Okay. Big Minish Cap. I'm looking at a screenshot real quick. Like, it's kind of got like quite a unique style to it. Looks kind
it's not even just the art style. It's the way that everything moves. Like when you see Link moving around, and he's like really well animated with his like hat bopping around and stuff. And like even the way that he rolls just feels really, really good. Like they got him feeling great in the game just because of how well that they like, I guess like animated him. So it would be kind of weird to see a remake of this one.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those, it could go either way, right? You're probably thinking? Perhaps?
I mean, like, for me, I don't think it's necessary, personally, but I guess it would be interesting.
It would be one of those things where it's interesting. I think up here, I think put it to C.
Fine.
I think C's fine for that. It's like, could go either way, but like erring on the side of probably not. What about the original Legend of Zelda?
I mean, yeah. Here's the thing, like, wouldn't it kind of just be Breath of the Wild, but like really small?
I was about to say, it's basically Breath of the Wild, isn't it? So
I'm gonna put it at a D for now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's basically just Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is like OG Zelda perfected, essentially, so we don't really need it.
Much.
What else is interesting? Oh, hang on, here's a good one. Twilight Princess. Obviously, I think that was it HD on which console was it?
On Wii U.
It was on Wii U. Okay, so. Obviously, the Wii U, a lot of Switch games Wii U games got ported to the Switch. So could this do with a simple, just like port job, you think?
I think a port's fine. Like, the game definitely looks dated now, but I don't think people really care all that much. Like, I think it would be nice if it got like a proper remaster at least, where they touched up all the graphics. But beyond that, there's not much it really needs to do. It's still a great game. I'm
in one of those weird camps where I really like the art style of this Zelda game. Like, I feel like I'm kind of crazy for saying that. I just really vibe with the whole like somewhat pseudo-realism style they went for, whatever it was called.
It looked great for the time. I just think like even maybe it's just the Wii U version. Everything just looks kind of muddy to me and like really like smudgy.
There's just something about this Link that I'm just like, yeah, this is. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because like I played Twilight Princess while I was in my Call of Duty phase, so this style was like perfect to get me into like, yeah, I'm playing like a manly Zelda game. I was like a manly Zelda game. That's probably
stupid Wind Waker game. No, I want a manly one. Damn it!
That's what the take was back in the day, right? Everyone like was like, Wind Waker, it looks like a kid's game. I'm sure I fell for that as a teenager. I'm sure. I really like this, honestly. If you're talking about me, a remake, I think it's Minish. I think I'm thinking C for me because I'm like, a port just works.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think if it was the Zelda game they announced in this Direct, I think it'd be a little bit underwhelming. What do you think of that?
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's this or Wind Waker in the next Direct. Like, I could definitely see that because it would be really easy for them to do. But yeah, it would be underwhelming.
It would be a little underwhelming. I'd buy it though. I'd enjoy this. I'd enjoy this a lot.
I still get it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Obviously, let's just quickly put these one Breath of the Wild down there. Tears of the Kingdom obviously
you don't want them to remake Breath of the Wild.
I don't want a Last of Us Part 2 remaster situation, man. Unfortunately, I'm not in the market for that. As much as I love, as much as I love my Sony games.
I mean, they kind of already did that. They did re-release a Switch 2 edition.
Technically, you're right. Actually, technically, so should they do a Nintendo Switch 2 edition deluxe? You think?
What are they gonna do? Add what?
They had a battle pass. Find my pages link.
There you go.
I just think, what else did it add? You have to, I don't know if you ever play those Tony Hawk games, but you have to ride around finding the letters that spell skate and then find the secret tape.
Dude, they should add big head mode. Link has a huge head.
And it's, hey, Alnuma, come on, hey, you're writing these down, right? You're writing these down. Emote shop as well. Oh, for $20 they had a creative mode. Someone says in the chat. That's a good one. Creative, like Minecraft style creative, you could build your own structures.
Hold on. They could add like a loot box treasure chest where if you pull it and you spend money on it, like $3 for a chest, you get a random item.
Get thrown a bit of gacha as well. Listen, it could go hard. I'm going to be honest. I think we're ruling this out way too soon. I'm actually thinking maybe.
It really should be an A tier. What are you talking about?
Let's put it in there. Why not? Why not? It's our list. You can do what we want.
Oh yeah.
What about? I don't really remember this game. What do you mean? It's Triforce Heroes? Is this the one where you were three links stacked on top of each other or something like that?
Yes, it's a technically supposed to be played multiplayer. You can do solo. But I don't think people really resonated with this one. Like, I played it a few years ago, and it was kind of just fine. Like, the puzzles were very unique. They're very different because it all revolved around using all three players. But I don't know. I don't think people really care about this game or really remember it. So I feel like a remake would be really weird.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it? I think it's one of those things where I think I'm the kind of gamer that I think would appeal with this sort of game design. I think the issue was it was on the 3DS, which is very hard to set up a multiplayer game of. Because if you're telling me like we have a Zelda game where there's three of you, you kind of have to work together to solve puzzles, that's amazing. That's It Takes Two, but with 3 players. That'd be amazing. Are you kidding me? I don't think I'd actually want a remake of this. I think like a sequel to this, I think could be really interesting. But remake?
A sequel could definitely work.
A remake, probably
I don't
not.
know if people would be interested.
Yeah,
like this is one of those things where it's like I would be okay with Nintendo doing this, but let's not do it right now. Like, can we wait a few years? Maybe let's wait for like I don't know, just a couple more like proper Zelda games, I guess, before doing this.
Yeah. Like if this was like a year, what would you say, like year 6 Switch game?
Yeah,
Switch
like late into the Switch 2 generation, I think I'd be okay with this.
Yeah, so I think I'll just leave it and like see. I'll just leave it there because it's like, could it get a remake? Sure, but like this is like the could it get a remake? Sure, but not really. Like I think that's what the tier is. How do you feel about the DS Zelda games? I just could not get into the touchscreen controls. I'll be so honest with you, Bandy.
So I've played both of them, and yeah, I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, they should remake these games and remaster them. But the thing is, I actually think people would like these games less, or they'd be indifferent about it, because since the entire game is built around touch controls, everything is way easier. So like all the dungeon puzzles require way less thought, because like you literally have to use a touchscreen to do everything in the game, so they couldn't make them that complicated. So if they were to remake the game and everything just used buttons, I think it'd be kind of boring to play them. Like, it'd be cool, I think, like, as a novelty, but as an actual game, I think it would be kind of dull. It'd be very easy.
Yeah, I think it falls into that trap of, like, people, like the idea of a remake, but then when you ask them to elaborate, they're just like, oh, and they're just like, oh, that's for them to decide. I'm kind of getting the same vibes from this as I feel like when Sonic fans say they want the Sonic Advance trilogy to be remastered, or, like, give a new breath of life, because I'm just like, I could definitely use some widescreen support, maybe, like, the drop dash, but, like, I don't feel like those games were so amazing that like they're missing that one little extra link that would, ironically, one extra link that would like really like spearhead it into like relevance again. I feel like people would just be like, sure. I feel like remaking a game would cause you to like remake so much of its design decisions where it's not even a remake anymore. You might as well just make a new trilogy, you know?
That would be the problem. Like, I think it would almost make more sense, instead of remaking the games, why not bring back like the train mechanic? Because I did really like the idea of how the trains worked in that game, so maybe they do that.
How did the trains work, just for context?
So it's kind of like the transportation system to get you from place to place, but as you're traveling, you can like speed up, slow down your train, you can pick up things along the way, you get into battles sometimes, like there's a whole like pirate fight.
Would it be similar to Brothership, the ship and Brothership sort of thing? Like sort of vibe, or is it different?
No, well, the thing is, it's not really with So with Brothership, you kind of just fast travel everywhere, from what I can remember. This is more like, imagine like Wind Waker, how you have to use like a boat and you're traveling from island to island. It's the same idea, but it's just like you're doing trains.
Got it. Okay, so like a lot more active then. Okay, fair dues. That seems interesting enough. I'm erring on the side of D. It's like it's the idea of it sounds cool, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like honestly, D tier.
Yeah, like the idea of it sounds cool, but that's just kind of it, really. What about A Link to the Past? This is one that makes me scratch my head. I'm like, what would they do?
Ooh, this would be tough. Like, this is kind of like Ocarina of Time. Like, you could really easily mess this up.
Yeah, I'm just like you change too much. It's not really Link to the Past anymore. You don't do enough. It's like, what's the point?
I mean, they basically already did this. Like, A Link Between Worlds is just the same map, but it's all different dungeons.
I've heard it's like essentially, they're like a sequel in a sense. So
it's basically a sequel.
Yeah, so it's like it'd be weird, wouldn't it? It's just a weird game to remaster.
I don't think it would make sense.
It just wouldn't.
This is probably like another D tier.
Yeah, it just doesn't make much sense, does it? Echoes of Wisdom we could put in the battle pass. I'm gonna call it the battle pass tier. We definitely like DLC gacha. We'll put in that tier.
There we go.
There we are.
Hell yeah.
We'll put
now
in,
we're talking.
We'll put in that tier.
Now we're talking. That's what's up.
I think we'll just quickly name those.
I don't know if people remember, but Echoes of Wisdom did actually get a free update for Switch 2. It runs a lot better now.
Really? Okay, that's sweet. Did you like that game at all?
I liked it. It's not like my favorite Zelda, but yeah, I thought it was fun. It's a fun change of pace.
Okay. It's one that I've always like wanted to give a try. Like Zelda games, I've just been bad when it comes to Zelda because like it's a series I like both traditional and the modern ones, but I've just never played enough. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a tourist in that regard. So
yeah, fair enough.
I need to play more. Speaking of, I need to play more. Four Swords and Four Swords Adventure. My only experience with these games were the anniversary one on 3DS, and I thought that was decently good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those.
Did you play the multiplayer for that Game Boy Advance game? Okay, so Four Swords Adventure is basically just that.
Okay, that's it again. I love the idea of like a multiplayer focused like puzzle game. I just love that, but I think at the time it was like harder to. Was it GBA? I think the original was GBA, right? Like,
I don't know which one came first. I don't know if the GameCube or the GBA one came first.
Oh, the other one was on GameCube. Okay.
Yeah, well, Four Swords Adventure was on GameCube.
Okay.
I mean, I would say these don't need remakes, but I would love to see Four Swords Adventures go on Switch Online.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think the Link to the Past Four Swords one is on Switch Online right now. That would be pretty sick.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool. So
yeah.
Just make another tier real quick. Put on NSR.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a great tier.
But is Four Swords on there already, or?
I think it's already on there.
Okay, so I guess it just doesn't need one then.
It doesn't need one.
Doesn't need one. Hang on, we'll save the big two for a lot. We got some big ones down here actually. What about Skyward Sword, Bandy?
Skyward Sword HD? Is that
even more HD.
HD2?
HD2, yeah. So obviously, HD is already on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, it just doesn't. I think this is what NS2 edition essentially is what they could do, really.
I guess. I don't know what they would add except maybe make it look better. Like the game already runs at 60 frames. It already runs really smooth.
Yeah, put in the battle pass tier. Give them more battle passes. That's what we need. I think we get onto the big three at the end. Ironically enough, we saved the big three. Wind Waker. Now you say Wind Waker remake, but it is already on GCN NSO though. Do you really think they would?
Yeah, but like the HD one has the Swift Sail, which just makes the game way better than the original.
So do you think they'd port it into the remake it or what?
I think they'll probably port it. I don't know if they do it this year, but I think they'll eventually do it. Because there's Mario Sunshine's coming to Switch Online, and it's already on 3D All-Stars. I don't think Nintendo cares.
I don't actually. We're talking about Nintendo. I forgot we're talking about Nintendo, and they're just a weird company, aren't they? Famously weird. Yeah, I think just port it, and I think it'll be fine. And then we got the big two down here. Let's do. Which one should we do first? Do you think? Which one should we tackle? Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time?
Let's go Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time. Obviously, big in the leak rumor cycle right now. So much so that the whole channels are dedicated to Unreal Engine Young Link rolling around in Hyrule Fields. Okay, first, I actually want to get your thoughts while we're doing this. What do you think of the original Ocarina of Time?
I like it. I mean, I definitely prefer the 3DS one a lot more. Like, there's really not much reason to play the N64 one, but
really,
it's still fun to play. But yeah, I mean, like if you have the 3DS one, like just play that one. Like it runs a lot better. Like for me, the main thing is when you're using things like the hook shot or like the boomerang, the aiming is just really stiff. kind of, on the N64. So I'd rather just have like the gyro for aiming.
Yeah, gyro aiming is just like elite, honestly. Any game that has gyro aiming just makes it so much better.
So much better.
How would you deal with a remaster of Ocarina of Time? What side are you erring on?
Oof. Oh my gosh.
Difficult
question,
isn't it?
It's, you know, it's funny. I watched, because I think Arl did a video on it like yesterday or 2 days ago or something.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it. And yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to say, like, if they had to remake it, what would they do? Like, I think they probably have to find a middle ground between it needs to feel like the original, but it also needs to have some, like, quality of update or quality of life improvements, as well as maybe add like a couple extra dungeons, maybe expand the story, make Hyrule Field more alive.
Definitely. That's like priority
it's
one.
Very, very empty.
That's priority one.
100%. So if they're gonna do it, they got to do some sort of mix between that. And I think like a really good example of like old games getting really nice coats of paint is like the Resident Evil games, like 2, 3, and 4. Particular are really, really great remakes, but they still feel like the original ones.
I think that's a good way to go about it. I think the popular one I've heard is the Final Fantasy VII approach, where you kind of just do like a whole like grand up like remake.
That too.
And I talked about with some Zelda fans in particular, and I think obviously Ocarina of Time is the one where the timelines diverge. So like being able to essentially like maybe even choose a whole route, or even like play each version of where the timelines converge would be kind of interesting. So like after the Ganon fight, for example, if you beat him, then you play the next portion as like the adult timeline or the child timeline or the doomed timeline. You know, you could play like a bit of that. You can maybe explore those, because those are avenues in the Zelda timeline that just never been explored before. So maybe we can get some insight into how those panned out. Maybe some time skippery nonsense. Who knows? Like I think that's probably and that sounds like the most worthy direction for me, because like you preserve the original while also adding a bit more to it. You know?
Yeah, that's probably all they really can do. And I'm pretty sure like there was some sort of like Giga leak that happened a few years ago, and apparently a lot of stuff was cut from Ocarina of Time, like dungeons and items and things like that, and maybe they could add those things into this remake. That'd be actually really cool to see.
That'd be really, really cool. Okay, so how would you feel about just a straight up remake? Would it just be like a doesn't need one? Would it be like down here?
Just a straight up remake, I'd actually say doesn't need one. But if you're gonna like do more to it, then I would be a lot more excited.
So doesn't need one is here. What about Breath of the Wildification? what would you feel about that?
Well, I mean, just put it in the battle pass at that point. Let's give it a battle pass. Who cares?
Really, you'd be that like upset, or not upset, but you'd be that like you'd feel that nothing about it if it was like a Breath of the Wild version.
Well, I'd have to see it, because like if they changed it too much, then I'd be like, okay, this is just Breath of the Wild again.
the trilogy remastered.
Yeah, might as well make it a trilogy.
That would be funny, but we would be in the Doomed timeline, and I think it's fair to say a Final Fantasy VII style. Even I would be interested in that. You know what I mean? I think that's remake now if it's Final Fantasy VII style.
Yeah, let's put it in remake now.
Yeah.
If it's that.
If it's that, so obviously, you know, if it's just Breath of the Wild, don't even bother. And if it is, it just doesn't need one. And right. I think the other big one is Majora's Mask.
Yeah, people do not like my opinion on this game at all.
Oh, hang on, another hot take, Bandy? What's your hot take on this?
I'm not a super big fan of Majora's Mask. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I think at least for me, keep in mind, I've only played the game one time. I think it is way too confusing for a beginner player, personally. And I found it to be kind of stressful to play, like when I was playing it. But I do know, once you get used to it and you just kind of know where everything is, it is like the best Zelda game ever. Because like the story is so interesting. The time mechanic is very, very cool. And there's all the NPCs are like, there's just so much to love about them as well. Like the 3-day structure is just so unique, but... Like, I've only played the game once, so, like, it's not one that I generally really want to go back to, but...
Really? Okay. Yeah. Majora's Mask is one of those games I just like. It's in the Link Between Worlds vein of I don't hear about it a lot, but everyone says it's great. Except I do hear about it a bit more than I'd probably like to. People are a bit more obnoxious with this one, if I'm being honest. But it's one of those ones that always seemed quite interesting to me, because I feel like a game like Majora's Mask just doesn't exist today. In the sense that it's a game where it was very clearly using the assets from Ocarina of Time to quickly tell a different kind of story. And right. I don't think modern gamers can like comprehend with that type of game anymore. I think Majora's Mask to me from the outside represents an era of gaming that just doesn't exist anymore. In that you could just like make a quick sequel if you had original ideas despite the assets and people would enjoy it. Because like we kind of tried to do that in modern day. It was called Tears of the Kingdom and a lot of people didn't like it, you know? So the fact that like Majora's Mask could exist is always quite interesting to me, you know? I always found it quite fascinating. From everything I've heard, I do want to give it a try. Now, when people like talk about its dark elements, they would never, they make it all soft and baby now if they remade it. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, they did remake it on the 3DS.
And did they make it like soft and baby in that one?
No, not really. I like the only thing they really changed was when you're like the main thing I think gameplay wise is when you're doing side quests, you can much more easily adjust the time because like time is like super important in that game. You need it to be able to do a bunch of the side quests like, oh, I got to talk to this person in this period of time and then I got to go to this guy and this guy, and that's how a lot of those go, and they just make it a lot more convenient in the 3DS remake.
Interesting. I don't know how I'd feel about a remake, because I just want to play the original. If I was ever to play this game, I just want to play the original.
I'd be fine with a 3DS one, personally. Like, there's a few things they should fix with a 3DS. Like, the biggest glaring issue is there's ice arrows in the game. And in the original, you would think, oh yeah, I can shoot the ice arrows in the water. It creates these, like, big, like, platforms you can jump on. Cool. The 3DS one, no, you can only shoot at certain parts of the water. Otherwise, you can't just like make water platforms wherever you want, which makes literally no sense.
That's a bit stupid. I mean, for that reason alone, I think it deserves a remake, right?
They could fix things like that, and also the Zora swimming is not as smooth in the 3DS one, which I don't think is that big of a deal. You don't do a lot of Zora swimming, but a lot of people are very adamant about how fun it is in the original. So I think fixing that could also be done too.
Got it. It's like, for me, I want to play this game. I don't feel like playing a remaster. Whereas with Oracle of Ages, I feel the reverse. I don't feel like playing the original games, but I would love to see what like a modern day interpretation of these could be.
Oh yeah.
So like that's how I'm at. I could go either way. I'm gonna be honest. I really could.
I would say the same. I think like go either way makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I just don't have that feeling in me. Like if I saw this announced, I'd be like, that's kind of cool, but like it'd make me all the more tempted to just play the original. To be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, like there's definitely good things about the original that are better than the 3DS one too. But you just got to be like willing to really take some time to learn how the game works because it is very different from like most video games just in general.
Got it. Yeah, definitely want to give that a try at some point, but not really interested in the remake, to be honest. So that's how we'd feel about each of them. So if it was going to be one, it has to be like Final Fantasy VII style Ocarina of Time, Zelda 2, or the Oracle games. I think that's a fair list, huh? It'd be really funny if we just get a whole lot of nothing. That'd be very, very funny. If it turns out we get absolutely nothing. It's Nintendo after all. We just don't know with these guys, do we? So
they got to do another Hyrule Warriors this year. We only have 3 of them. Why not a 4th one?
We need a fourth. So what would you say? I think I did my final thoughts on the Switch 2 first year as a whole. What would you say yours are, Bandy?
Like my final ports?
Your final thoughts on the Switch 1 first year as a whole.
Final thoughts. Like I said, like I'm happy with the games that have come out. It just feels like we never really got like anything like super big outside of like Donkey Kong. And like again, Donkey Kong was a very big title, but like it just didn't have the same staying power. I think when it comes to just people being generally excited about the Nintendo ecosystem. I think like also a lot of the issue isn't even the games. It's just the fact that like people were complaining about the prices so much, and like yeah, the prices are expensive when it comes to like the accessories, and it's a very tiring topic at this point. I'm tired of talking about it, but like it has lingered on the whole time, and I think it has soured a little bit of the overall Switch 2 experience. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it so far.
That's good to hear. Like when it comes to like the price stuff, I 100% like understand people's like gripes with it, because obviously like things are just getting more expensive in general. You don't really need your escapes also falling into that trap too. You'd prefer it to be a lot more affordable, obviously. But yeah, like when we're the content creators in these spaces and we're seeing these conversations happen over and over and over again, it understandably gets a little bit exhausting after a while.
It's very because I think back to like the Switch 1 generation, like we weren't talking about stuff like that. Like back then when that came out, like everyone was doing like stupid challenge videos. Like, can we touch every coin in New Super Mario Bros. 2? We were doing all these dumb challenges for like the Switch era. That kind of like content doesn't really exist for Switch 2.
Do you think it's due to the creators just not being as interested in making them? Do you think it's like become like a circling down the drain where the viewers don't want to watch it, so the creators don't make it, which makes the viewers even less interested, so the creators don't make it, and it's become like a cycle of doom in a sense? Do you think?
I think maybe that's like part of it per se. Yeah, people are probably also just kind of tired of that kind of content as well. Just like really weird like challenge videos, and I think people just want something a little bit more authentic again, which I guess is definitely a good thing. Like it's simpler for creators. I think people that do it like full time, they don't feel like they have to do like these insane challenges just for people to watch them necessarily. So that's definitely a good thing.
It's definitely resulted in the content being a bit less like out there because like
it's not as exciting. For me, it's not as exciting.
It's definitely not as exciting. So it doesn't help that like the Switch 2 as a whole has kind of had a bit of a sour malaise around it, and it also doesn't help that the content creator, like this content creator era, isn't really like having that sort of inspiration that it did once again. So it's kind of like on both sides you're kind of feeling it. If you're just playing if you're seeing the discourse, you're kind of a bit tired. But if you want to escape and watch the YouTubers, they're also now discussing the discourse, instead of making challenge videos like they used to, right?
Yeah, you can't really escape it. Well, I mean, you can if you don't watch anything. I've kind of done that. Like, I barely watch gaming content nowadays. Like, there's only a few people that I'm watching that makes gaming videos that I actively watch.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, actually. I don't watch a lot more gaming stuff like I used to. And I think that now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably what it is that like a lot of people just seem to be like in this malaise where either they're just not really doing that many interesting things or they're talking about the things that aren't that interesting. Like, Lord knows I never want to watch another Nintendo YouTuber talk about the stock market again. I don't fancy seeing that anymore on my feed, thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I'm ready for like the dumb challenges to make a comeback, which maybe they will, maybe they won't. But it could just be like people just got tired of it and they moved on. That's also very possible.
I think it works in cycles. I think once the Switch 2 momentum starts to like take place again, I think we'll start seeing that ilk of video again. I think that'll like drive up some like inspiration from people. I think that's what it is.
Because that definitely like inspired me as well. Because like when the Switch 1 era came out, like it wasn't just like my channel blowing up. It was a bunch of different people. And there was something just really exciting about all of these different Nintendo channels that didn't really exist before all of a sudden taking off because of the Switch. Like it was a very fun thing to be a part of.
So someone in the chat says, you could make them come back, Bandy, come back, Bandy.
I'm gonna plead. I'll get on my knees for him. Come back,
please. I fell to my knees at Walmart when Bandy said a new era begins. Oh no! But in all fairness, like I think you've been like at least somewhat doing your part with those weird Bandy spin videos you've been making. So I think you're doing your part now.
That's some shit posting. I'm just shit posting.
Oh, but that's point. I think that channel's the same about a similar sort of energy. So you're at least doing somewhat of your part. But I would say that's definitely like the worst feeling aspect of it as a content creator is that like I look around and it's just not really. It's just not really that much to be inspired by. I know there's a content. I think someone mentioned Any Austin in the chat. I think he does an excellent job of just making these random videos about like. I think he did one where all the power lines end up going in like GTA. I think, which was like a really strange deep dive. Yeah, so he's definitely a good shout as well. I started watching him recently, so it's definitely content creators doing it. It's just you're much less likely to jump on your YouTube feed, like do an algorithm refresh pool and see, can I play Mario if I do the flumbus on the Johnson trick? Instead, it's breaking news. Switch 2 and Furukawa took a dump in the lake. What the hell? It's like, guys, come on, man. Like, what we doing?
Yep. And maybe that's what the change is. Like, maybe all these people still exist, but when you look at your YouTube feed, it's just like garbage. And that's all you're seeing.
It just doesn't help. And obviously, I'm always a big fan of just like tune the algorithms to what you want to see. But if even the algorithms can't find it, then they can't really serve it to you. That's the issue. Because like when people say like, "Oh, I've seen too many grifter videos," you can easily tune that. I can very easily tune it out, but it doesn't get replaced with good gaming videos. It just gets replaced with other content.
More of the same thing.
It doesn't get replaced with good gaming content because like, or at least of that ilk, or challenge stuff because people just aren't really making them. So instead, I just pivot into other things that I'm watching. So it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, I think things will change once Mario Titans comes out, so it's all good.
It all comes back around to Mario Titans there.
That has been like my favorite Mario joke in years. Like there has not been a single good Mario joke since that happened.
I'm right there with you. It was pretty funny in all fair. My favorite aspect is the fact that he just kept doubling down and tripling down and quadrupling down.
He kept making the images, yes.
So I'm just like, what are we doing?
It's like, bro, we know it's fake. Stop. And he didn't stop.
He's already, for me, I was just eating my popcorn. I'm just like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna sit here for the ride. At least we're no longer discussing Furukawa stocks anymore. At least we're not doing that. Overall, I'm excited for Switch 2 and its creators to find a new wind in the second year of the Switch 2. Here's to the Switch 2, Bandy. I'm gonna take a drink to celebrate the occasion. Chat, what are you thinking? Are you happy? Give it a score, chat. Give the year one of the Switch a score. If I was to give it like a quick score, for me personally, I'd give it an 8. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I think I'll give it like a 7. Just because like I think it's just too many like DLCs. It's like 3 of these games here is literally just like a tiny bit of content. The Mario Wonder, the Starcross World, and the Jamboree TV.
Yeah, definitely. I just like that in the year one they ended up just like releasing just a bunch of like games that you'd expect in year 6. Tomodachi Life, Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And then we got like DK Bonanza, which I think scratched that Mario itch for me. So like, I think
it almost feels like Nintendo's still in the Switch 1 cycle right now. They have not transitioned yet.
Yeah. So I think next year, ideally this next coming year, the Switch 2 will start to feel like the Switch 2 again. So ideally, here's to so Bandy.
Yeah, I think it'll happen eventually, but
it will.
You know, again, Nintendo, they have the ability to coast now. They don't really need to get these games out quickly. So
yeah, they don't have that fire in their belly anymore, which is a bit like, I mean, I get it. I don't want devs being crunched, but at the same time, like, the Switch 2 situation's crazy. We need games, guys. We need games on land. It's insane, isn't it, man? It's crazy. And that brings the end to the unction. Thank you so much for making it to the end. What do you think of the Switch 2 1 year in? Very curious to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. And while you're doing that, a big thank you to all of the members. The wizards casting oh so many spells, and the Royal Guard standing tall in the towers, along with the Knights in the description. Let me know if you want more of this sort of thing, long-form chatter with another YouTuber. This was kind of fun, and I would love to do this again. But until next time, there's your lot. Outro bit. My prediction, it won't be called Mario Titans, it'll be called Mario Gargantuans. Ooh.